I unfortunately do not have an answer to that question at
Oh,
this
you
time.
know the answer. You mentioned it in your opening remarks. It is.
Unfortunately, Senator, I don't have an answer.
You know what the Paris Club is?
Senator, this is not my area of
Do
responsibility.
you know what the Paris Club is?
What you just watched is exactly why Senator John Kennedy is one of the most effective interrogators in Congress today. This wasn't grandstanding. This wasn't noise. This was a United States Senator doing the one thing Washington insiders hate the most, asking a simple question and refusing to let it be buried under bureaucratic fog. Secretary Rosenberg mentioned debt relief and China in her own opening remarks, but the moment Senator John Kennedy asked who's actually paying the price for that policy, suddenly nobody had answers. And that right there is the problem. If the Biden administration is leaning on American individuals and businesses to forgive debt while China walks away untouched, the American people deserve a clear answer. Not, "I'll follow up," not, "That's not my area," and definitely not silence. If you care about accountability, transparency, and calling power to account, you're in the right place. This is Congress Lens. I'm Audrey. If you want sharp breakdowns of what really happens in these hearings, like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because we don't miss the moments Washington hopes you won't notice.
To get to you.
Okay. Secretary Rosenberg, in your opening comments, you said it's important that we maintain a relationship with China so we can work together on I believe you said climate change and debt relief. I thought you might have also said to contain the threat of nuclear warfare, but that's just me. I want to ask you about the debt relief. Many foreign countries owe debt that they can't pay back. Do they not?
Yes, Senator, that's true. And if I may, with respect to nuclear proliferation and its
Yes,
risks,
ma'am, but I don't want to get off on nuclear proliferation because I'm going to run out of time. And some of those countries that owe money that they can't pay back owe that money to the American people, either individually or as businesses. Is that correct?
that I don't have particular responsibility over foreign debt matters, although I do.
Well, you mentioned it. Am I correct?
I did mention it, and I do believe you are correct. While I don't have specifics at my disposal.
I understand. And the Biden administration is leaning on these Americans to whom these foreign countries owe money to forgive that money. Is it not?
Senator, I would be happy to follow up with you further on that, if I may, with respect to
but
Chinese debt dependency.
If you could just answer my question first. The Biden administration is leaning on American individuals and businesses to forgive debt to foreign countries. Is it not?
I would have to follow up with you with further information, which
Is
I do
it
not.
not?
I unfortunately do not have an answer to that question at
Oh,
this
you
time.
know the answer. You mentioned it in your opening remarks. It is.
Unfortunately, Senator, I don't have an answer.
You know what the Paris Club is?
Senator, this is not my area of
Do
responsibility.
you know what the Paris Club is?
Yes, Senator.
Well, the Biden administration is leaning on American businesses and individuals to forgive debt that foreign countries owe them, but China's refusing. Is it not?
Senator, I would be very happy to follow up with you.
You don't want to talk about that?
Unfortunately, this is not my area of specific expertise.
Yes,
and
ma'am, but you're a smart person, and you mentioned it. I have a feeling you know about it.
Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to offer specific information at this time.
You won't or you can't?
I do not have at my disposal details of that you're looking for right now, though I would be very happy to follow
But
up. with you
am I
with
right that
colleagues.
the Biden administration is leaning on the American people to forgive debt that foreign countries owe them while allowing China to skate?
Senator, I believe I understand your question and the significance of it. Nevertheless, I'm not in a position to answer it with specificity at this time.
You won't or you can't?
I am not able to answer with specifics on this question, but I would be more than happy to follow up with you with my colleagues.
In private?
Certainly, I'm sure that
Don't
can
you think
be.
the public needs to know this as well?
I appreciate the point, and I wouldn't dispute that either. Unfortunately, I'm not able to offer you answers to those
Kennedy,
questions.
Senator
Would you
Kennedy-
check on
Senator
the
Kennedy,
Wuhan
Senator
lab for
Kennedy.
me too?
I will
Senator Kennedy,
certainly
you
take
can
that
make, you
back.
can make her answer as public as you would like, once she answers you, or someone at Treasury answers you. Senator.
Now let's talk about what really happened here. After watching this entire exchange, one thing is crystal clear. Senator John Kennedy wasn't being difficult, he was being precise. The core question was simple. Are American individuals and businesses being pressured to forgive foreign debt while China refuses to do the same? That's it. No trick. No trap. Just accountability. Secretary Rosenberg acknowledged that foreign countries owe debts they cannot repay. She acknowledged debt relief as a policy priority. She even raised China herself. But when Senator John Kennedy connected those dots and asked who ultimately absorbs the loss, the answers vanished. And this is where Senator John Kennedy deserves credit. He didn't let the question morph into a policy seminar. He didn't allow the conversation to drift into climate change or nuclear proliferation. He didn't accept, "I'll follow up," as an answer to a question about current government pressure on American citizens. Instead, he did something rare in Washington. He held the line. When Senator John Kennedy asked, "You won't or you can't?" That wasn't sarcasm. That was a direct challenge to a system that hides behind titles and talking points instead of facts. If Secretary Rosenberg can mention debt relief in her opening statement, then the American people have every right to expect she understands who is being asked to sacrifice. And if she truly doesn't know, that's not a defense, that's an indictment of how disconnected these policies are from public accountability. The most telling moment wasn't what was said, it was what was avoided. No denial. No correction. No clarification. Just deflection. And Senator John Kennedy made sure the record reflected that absence. He made sure viewers understood that silence is also an answer, especially when China's role is conspicuously untouched. This is why hearings like this matter. This is why persistence matters. And this is why Senator John Kennedy continues to resonate with voters across party lines, because he speaks the language of common sense in a room full of carefully worded evasions. Whether you agree with him politically or not, one thing is undeniable. Senator John Kennedy showed up for the American taxpayer in this exchange. And that's exactly what Congress is supposed to do. Let me know in the comments what you think. Was this incompetence, avoidance, or something worse? And do you believe the public deserves a straight answer? This is Congress Lens. I'm Audrey, and I'll see you in the next one.